Hi Makle, so welcome to 10 power 100. So ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ let's discuss about relation functions ಆಯ್ತಾ. So relation functions ನಿಮ್ಮ 11th standard ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, 12th ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ. So this is actually one of the important concept Makle. Okay, easy concept but like ತುಂಬಾ questions ಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, 5 ಇಂದ 6 questions, sometimes 4 to 5 questions. So maximum 6 questions ತನಕ ಬರೋ chances ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, because ಎರಡು year ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ so it's actually very important concept. Okay. So what I'm like trying to do here in this case is so mainly I'm focusing on relations and functions. So the first topic ಆಯ್ತಾ, so you will understand what is that first topic ಅಂತ. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ actually ಎರಡು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. The second video is on domain and ranges, so that invertible functions second part ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So this ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ number of functions one onto ಅದು and so composite functions, I think composite functions ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. So I know for your preparation ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನಾದ್ರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. So these are the topics. So it's all like depending on your previous year papers. Okay, so ನಿಮ್ಮ previous year papers refer ಮಾಡಿ what is important for that like to do CET ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. So that is one thing that I am covering most of the videos. So let's see how much we can help you out. So ಯಾರಾದರೂ ನನ್ನ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಚಾನಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ವಿತೌಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಲೈಕ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ನೋಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಟು ದ ಪವರ್ m into n. So this is ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್. This is number of relations from A to A when A has n elements. So to the power same, yeah, n same ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ so n square. Okay, so this is number of reflexive relation is to the power n square minus n. So this is symmetric and this is transitive. Okay, when the number of elements are given, so this is the order. Okay, so just make a note of this. There's nothing to learn in this. Okay, it's all main formulas. Okay, now so next so these are all very important. So if f and g are two functions such that g of f is defined agidre, we can say that g of f is 1 and f is also 1. So eradu thing we can directly say, and g of f is onto, so f will also is onto aita, and f and g are in bijective, so then g of f will also be bijective. So idanna directly we can say. Next, so when number of elements in A is m and number of elements in B is n, then the number of functions from A to B, number of functions ki formula n to the power m. Okay, n to the power m is actually the number of elements in set B whole to the power number of elements in set A aita. So ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇದನ್ನ. Next, number of injective functions, that is 1 functions ಅಂದ್ರೆ npm. So that is the NPR permutation formula when m is greater than n. So when m is less than n, actually 0. Okay, so this I'll discuss further. So the formulas are like this. So screenshot ತಕೊಳ್ಳಿ so that you can note down later aita. So next, so this is, I think this is more than enough for you to like remember aita. So function, so when m is greater than n, so this is n to the power m. So this is 1 functions will be 0 and this is the onto function. So this is once again which topic is that binomial theorem. Binomial theorem this formula you would have used makle. So next bijective will be 0. So now m is less than n, so this is the formula, and here it is npm or else npm. So any format you can take it up, and here it is 0 0. So when m is equal to n, this is the formula. So just take a screenshot of this so that formula note ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, so this is one thing which is very important makle. Okay, so many problems actually formula ಮೇಲೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ if you just go without any preparations, without any formulas makle, it's actually a big loss. That's why go with the formulas so that ನಿಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? So this is about the formula. So there's nothing much to explain in this ಆಯ್ತಾ. So it's all direct one. Okay, so ಇದೆರಡು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So we are going to use some of these in today's class. So f of x is satisfying the condition f of x into f of y is equal to f of x plus y. ಈ ತರ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ where x and y belongs to natural number. Okay, so will be in the form of f of x is equal to, so f of x is equal to f of 1 to the power x, f of 1 to the power x. So this is what the actual function is. So ಒಂದೆರಡು ಕಡೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು this is very very important ಕಂಡು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So when f of x in the form of ax plus b divided by cx minus a, when f of x in the form of rational functions ax plus b by cx minus a, then f of x will be x makle. Okay, so double f of x will be x. So this is actually a composite function. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಅಂಡ್ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ 1/x ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1/x ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ ನಾನು 3x + 2 ಹೋಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 5x ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೋಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ 3 and 3 ಸೇಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಸೊ ನೋ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬರೀ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, and if they ask what is f of 1/x makle, for this the answer is 1/x ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, no need to do any calculations. If you want, you just take a screenshot and check it out later, the answer ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And f inverse ಇದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು what is f inverse of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, f inverse of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ f of x ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so all these three relations and all these three properties we are applying in single formula, that is f of x ಈ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ. Okay, so one of the problem I have taken, right? I'll explain ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ. So remember this one. Okay, so yeah, so directly we'll solve the problem. Okay, first question, where are we the relations on set n natural number defined by relation between x and y is only x plus y is equal to 8 makle. The domain of r is, domain andre input values, okay, input of r. Okay, so now and it has to be natural number, right? Okay, now ivaga x is equal to 2 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, so y value is what? Y value is 6. Now x is equal to okay, so this is 2y, sorry. Y value is how much? Y value is 2y and y value is 3. So now when x is equal to 2, y value is 3. ಇದು acceptable because 3 belongs to natural number. ಅದೇ ತರ ಈಗ ನಾನು x is equal to 1 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, so 1 plus 2y is equal to 8. So 2y is equal to 7 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, so y is equal to 3.5 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. This is not belongs to natural number, correct? So that means what we have to understand is it has to be only the even numbers makle. Odd number ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, x values cannot be odd numbers in this case. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇರೋದು 2, 4, 6 ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ and ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ both are wrong. Either option A, option C or option D is the right answer, right? So now I'll show you why. Okay, now let's take x is equal to 2. So okay, let's take x is equal to 6 ತಗೋಣ. y 2, 4, 6 and 2, 6, 8 ಅಲ್ವಾ. Okay, we'll take option D. We'll take 8 ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, if I take x is equal to 8 plus 2y is equal to 8, 0, 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. y is equal to 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. This is not a natural number, correct ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is not a natural number. So what we can do here in this case, option D is also wrong. So we can conclude here that option C 2, 4, 6 is the right answer. Okay, you have understood. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ option D is wrong? Because 8 ಇದೆ, 8 ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, y value 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That is not belongs to x and y, both belongs to natural number ಅಲ್ವಾ. So that's the reason option D is the wrong answer and option C is the right answer here. Okay, next, so a b is a relation. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನೋಡಿ a ಇದೆ, b ಇದೆ, c ಇಲ್ಲ. That means it is not reflexive. a b ಇದೆ, b a ಇದೆ, b c ಇದೆ, c b ಇಲ್ಲ. That means it is not symmetric ಅಲ್ವಾ. And what about transitive? a b ಇದೆ, b a ಇದೆ, a ಏನೋ ಇದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ a b ಇದೆ, b c ಇದೆ, a c ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ a c ಇಲ್ಲ, right? This is not transitive, so none of this is the right answer ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, because it is not reflexive, symmetric and transitive, so none of this is the right answer. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. Okay, PQRS and B is 1 to 3. Which of the following relation from A to B is not a function? Okay, not a function ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, sorry. Okay, we'll take arrow diagram ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. So ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು 11th standard ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. So now set A is A and this is B, ಆಯ್ತಾ. Set A is P, Q, R, S and this is 1, 2, 3 ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್, ಆಯ್ತಾ. ವೆನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಇದಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1ರಿಂದ 2 ಹೋಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 6ರಿಂದ ಈ ತರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದೇ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇಂದ 2 ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬಂದಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಲೇಷನ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್. ಈ ತರ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಈ ತರ ಹೋಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇಂದ 2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಂದಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ 2ರಿಂದ 1 ಹೋಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇಂದ 2 ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಮಗೆ P1 ಇದೆ, Q1 ಇದೆ, P1 Q2 ಇದೆ, R1 ಇದೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ S2 ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕ್ಯೂ ಮತ್ತು ಎಸ್ ಎರಡು 2ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ಬಟ್ 1ರಿಂದ 2 ಹೋಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಚೆಕ್. ಸೊ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ PQRS ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 1 2 3 ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ P1 ಇದೆ, P1 ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು Q1 ಇದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ R1 ಇದೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ S1 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಥರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಔಟ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೈನ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಗ P1 Q2 P2 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ S3 ಇದೆ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ P ಇಂದ 2 ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನಾವು ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ P2 ಇದೆ, Q3 ಇದೆ, ಓಕೆ, R2 ಇದೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ S2 ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ P ಎರಡು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ P ಇಂದ what to say, P has 2 output values, so that is 1 and 2. That's why it is not a function ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸೊ PQ which of the following is an equivalence relation? So identity relation, this is nothing but this is called as identity relation ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, there are 3 elements in set. Identity relation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಮ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that is called identity relation. Okay, identity relation is an actually equivalence relation. Okay, so option D is the right answer. Next, so 1 2 3 4, which of the following relation is a function from A to itself? Okay, A to itself. Here ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ, A to itself ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ A to itself ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಆರೋ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ A to A, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ A to B ಇತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ A to A ನೇ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ 2 3 4 5. ಆಯ್ತಾ, now if you see this okay, now when x is equal to 2 ತಗೋಣ. when x is equal to 2 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ y value is 5 ಅಲ್ವಾ. okay, next when x is equal to 3 ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. when x is equal to 3, y value is 4. now when x is equal to 4 ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. when x is equal to 4, yeah, when x is equal to 4, y value is 3. now when x is equal to 5 ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, y value is 2. so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ 2 ಗೆ 5 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 2 ಗೆ 5, 3 ಗೆ 4, 4 ಗೆ 3 and 5 ಗೆ 2. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಕೇಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಮ್ನ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ವಿ ಡಿಡ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ P1 P2, P ಗೆ 2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, now A to B is a function, A to B is a surjective. So then surjective ಅಂದ್ರೆ on to functions ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರಿ. ಸರ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 2 3 4 5 ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಇಮೇಜ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೈನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಸರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ, n of a should be greater than n of b is the right answer. Okay, just take one example, you will get an idea. Okay, next, yeah, so that's about the relations ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. So relation, a little bit of functions and also I have discussed. So arrow diagram bardu solve ಮಾಡಿ, so that you know quickly will get to know what is the actual conditions. So one on to ನೀವು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್. ಸೊ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ n to the power m. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ n ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಬಿ ಅಂಡ್ m ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಎ. ಓಕೆ, one function is npm. So already ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. Look at this. So when the m value is less than n ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, when m value is less than n, so the number of function is 0. Okay, so bijective functions ಅಂದ್ರೆ n factorial when m is equal to n. ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟನಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ just keep on ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ. Okay, number of bijective functions from A to itself. Okay, there are 108 elements. Number of bijective functions n factorial, correct? N factorial is the formula. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ there are 108 elements ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, 108 elements ಇದೆ. That means 108 factorial is the right answer ಅಲ್ವಾ? So option B 108 factorial is the right answer. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ. Next, so let A be the there are 10 distinct elements, then the total number of distinct functions from A to A ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ n to the power m ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ A to A ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ 10 to the power 10 ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 10 to the power 10. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ B is the right answer. Okay, so simple. Next, set A has 3 elements and set B has 4 elements. Then the number of injections ಅಂದರೆ 1 functions. 1 functions ಅಂದರೆ number of look at this is the formula. 1 functions ಅಂದ್ರೆ npm is the formula. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. here npm is the formula. n ಅಂದ್ರೆ number of elements in set B ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, and number of elements in set A. Okay, this is m and this is n. The formula is npm. Confuse ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. Okay, so here it is 4p3. So 4p3, it is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 the factorial. So that is nothing but 1 factorial. So 4 factorial divided by 1 factorial, this is nothing but 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 1. So the answer is 24. So 24 is the answer. Okay, option C 24 is the right answer. Okay, simple question. So formula mele direct agide. Next, so 1 functions, so other questions 108 ide. So the answer is 108 factorial. So option C 108 factorial is the right answer. Next, so the function from set A into the set B, number of elements in set A is 7 makla. Okay, number of elements in set B is 5 aita. Number of functions alva. So number of functions ge formula, so just go back and see what is number of functions formula. It is n to the power m, andre second set alli ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಪವರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ how many elements we have, it is 5. so it is 5 to the power 7. Okay, just to confuse the children, they have given 7 to the power 5 no kuda kottidare. So don't get into that trap. Okay, so it is second set alli ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, on top of it the first set of elements. Okay, so it is 5 to the power 7. Option B is the right answer. Okay, next question. So next question is n of A is 15, n of B is 10. The number of injective mapping from A to B. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ look at this. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ 15 elements ಇದೆ and ಇಲ್ಲಿ 10 elements ಇದೆ. Okay, they are asking number of one injective ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ only few elements will be mapped. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ number of n of A is greater than or equal to n of B ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, so first of all, this has to be less than, to say that the one functions, it has to be less than B. But here n of A is greater than n of B ಅಂತಿದೆ. So in this case one functions ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. That's why 0 is the answer. So ಇದು once again formula base ಮೇಲೆ, so careful ಆಗಿರಿ. So 0 is the answer here, ಆಯ್ತಾ. So because the number of elements is more in A than B, that's the reason option C is the right answer. Okay, so with this is done. Next, so n of A is 25. Once again n of A is 25 and n of B is 15 ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Then the maximum number of elements in A union B. Okay, oh yeah, so this is, we did this set alli bandittalva. Number of A union B andre n of A andre 25, so 25 elements ide. n of B andre 15 elements ide. So maximum elements in n of A union B anta keltidare. Now for example ಇಲ್ಲಿ 25 elements idala, ಅದೇ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 25 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, 15 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದೇ 25 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ, ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 25 ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 25. ಸಾರಿ A and B are ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಾರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಸ್ 40 ಅಲ್ವಾ. 40 is the answer. Correct. 40 is the answer. It's not 25. It's 40 is the answer because n of A union B ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. A union B ಅಂದ್ರೆ of course. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 25 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 15 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ when we join together ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, so we end up getting 40 elements. That's why 40 is the answer, not 25. Okay, intersection 25 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so yeah, so that's it ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಇದೊಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So this is also one of the important properties, so take a screenshot of this. Okay, a function satisfying the condition f of x into f of 1 by x is equal to f of x plus f of 1 by x. So then we can consider this is the condition makla. Okay, 1 plus or minus x to the power n. So 1 plus x to the power n anta tagolbodu, or else 1 minus x to the power n anta tagolbodu if the function satisfy f of x into f of 1 by x is equal to f of x plus f of 1 by x. So if it satisfies, then we can consider this format. Okay, I'll explain what it is. Observe this. Okay, now look at this question number yeah, so this question, f of x is equal to 1 plus x to the power 4. Then what is f of x into f of 1 by x? So now, this format alide. So this is 1 plus x to the power 4 al kotidare, correct? We'll see. We have to see whether this satisfy this condition or not. Actually, the answer for that next question. Okay, illi ide nodi option A na right answer, but I'll show you how we get that. So here f of x anta heladre, it is 1 plus x to the power 4 makle. Okay. What is f of 1 by x? 1 by x anta heladre, x you replace by 1 by x. Okay, so this becomes 1 by x whole to the power 4. That is nothing but 1 plus 1 by x to the power 4 agate. Correct? 1 plus 1 by x to the power 4. Okay, so now let's solve this further. Now we'll multiply both of them. So that is f of x into f of 1 by x. F of x into f of 1 by x. So this becomes that is 1 plus x to the power 4 into 1 plus 1 by x to the power 4 ಆಯಿತು. Okay, binomial multiplication ಮಾಡೋಣ. So if you multiply these two, 1 into 1 is 1 plus 1 into 1 by x to the power 4 is x to the power 4 plus x to the power 4 into this is x to the power 4 plus 1 ಆಯಿತು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So this much can be taken as look at this. This can, what is this? This is actually f of 1 by x, correct? Plus this one ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ f of x ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದಾ? f of x. So we got in the form of this one, the previous case al madidwalla. So this f of x into f of 1 by x we got in the form of f of x plus f of 1 by x. So what we can write, 1 plus x to the power n. So no, in this case they have given so they have given f of x is equal to 1 plus x to the power 4. So f of x into f of 1 by x is what? Option A, f of x plus f of 1 by x is the answer. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇದನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಕಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೈನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ 1 minus x to the power 5. What is this one? So this is once again option B alva. Option B is the right answer. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಐಡಿಯಾ ದೆನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಆಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಗಿವನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಸೊ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ 1 by x is equal to f of x plus f of 1 by x. Then they're asking what is f of 3 ಅಂತ. So sorry, f of 3 ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. f of 3 is how much? f of 3 is 28. f of 3 is 28. So ಈ ತರ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರುವಾಗ, so already we have discussed, it is actually what the polynomial will be in the form of 1 plus x to the power n, 1 plus or minus x to the power n, correct? So what I will do here is, since we have this condition, so polynomial will be f of x will be 1 plus or minus x to the power n ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, correct? 1 plus or minus x to the power n. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so here already they have given, so f of 3 is equal to 28 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, I'll substitute here. So this becomes 28 is equal to, I'll consider only plus condition ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, minus ಬೇಡ, plus ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So 1 plus okay, I'll just take like this. f of 3 is equal to 1 plus 3 to the power n ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. 1 plus 3 to the power n. ಯಾಕೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you will understand. Okay, don't worry. f of 3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is 28. So 28 is equal to 1 plus 3 to the power n, correct? So 3 to the power n is equal to 28 minus 1, that is 3 to the power n is equal to 27. So 3 to the power 3, what time we should multiply so that we get 27? It is actually n value is how much? N value is 3, correct? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು I took plus than minus ಅಂದ್ರೆ I know that 3 to the power some number is 27, that's why ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ 28 ಇಂದ 1 ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ, that's why I took plus. So now n value we got it is 3. So now they're asking f of 2. So f of 2 is what? It is actually f of x, it's already defined. It is 1 plus x to the power 2 anta aithe. This is what our f of x. Actually f of x is because n value we found it, right? So f of x value we got it, that is 1 plus x square aitho. Eager they're asking f of 2 makle. So f of 2 is what? 1 plus 2 square aitho. That is 1 plus 2 square is 4. The answer is 5. So option illala. N value is 3. Oh, sorry. 1 plus n value is 3, ra? So 1 plus x cube alva. So this is 1 plus 2 cube. So 2 cube is 8. So 1 plus 8 is 9 makle. Okay, 9 is the answer. That is option B. Okay, option B, 9 is the answer. Artha aita idu? Okay, so remember this condition. So with this conditions, we have arrived at the answer. So idನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಕೊಂಡು. So that's why I told you, remember in the first formula, ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಶಾಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು then you start solving, you will get to know. Okay na? ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ. Okay, I hope this is clear makle. So simple agide and important kuda ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿದನ. Next, okay, so illu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So f of x is equal to cos log x ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Then what is f of 1 by x into f of f of 1 by y minus of this one. Okay, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೆಂತ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡೋಣ, ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So f of x ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What is f of 1 by x makle? f of 1 by x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ cos of log x replaced by 1 by x ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So I'll write like this. So cos of log x to the power minus 1 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೋದಾ? Because 1 by x can be taken as x to the power minus 1. So this becomes, I'll apply log property. So cos of minus log x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. You know that cos will not leave minus outside. So ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It is cos of log x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Cos of log x. This is f of 1 by x ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. f of 1 by x. Okay. ಈಗ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ f of 1 by y ಗೆ. ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ f of 1 by y is equal to ಇದು cos of log y ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, cos of log y, same calculations. Remember this, it's important for us. Okay, cos of 1 by y is cos of log y. Hinge andre same conditions ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so yeah, so next we have to find out f of x by y makle. Okay, f of x by y is equal to, it is cos of log x by y. Okay, iದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, now log a by b ಅಂದ್ರೆ log a minus log b. So can I write this as cos of log x minus log y? Okay, cos of log x minus log y. Okay, this is f of x by y. Okay, now f of so f of x into y. F of x into y is nothing but cos of log xy. So you know log a into b. Log a into b can be taken as log ab, right? So it is cos of log x plus log y, right? Log x plus log y. Okay, so these four, we have already got it. So then ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So this is important for us. Okay, so this calculations, I'll just mark everything. Why this is not going? Okay, yeah, so this one f of 1 by x, this one and this one. Okay, so what I will do is I'll just take a copy of this. Okay, now I'll substitute here. So you know that f of 1 by x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ f of 1 by x ಅಂದ್ರೆ cos log x, right? So I'll substitute here. It is cos log x into cos log y, correct? Minus half into, this is f of x by y andre, f of x by y andre, this is 1 cos log x minus log y, cos log x minus log y, plus this one is cos log x plus log y. Okay, ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So now what we can do here is, it is actually cos a minus cos b formal ಇದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. This can be taken as 2 cos of a plus b by 2 into cos of a minus b by 2. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ. So this becomes cos log x into cos log y minus 1 by 2 times of, this can be taken as 2 times of cos of a plus b. This is a and this is b makle. If I do a plus b, so log y gets cancels out. We get 2 log x, correct? By 2 agutte. So this gets cancels out. 2 and 2 gets cancels out. Okay. Plus, not plus, into cos of a minus b by 2. So this minus this. So we get log x cancel agutte. Minus 2 log y divided by 2 aaytu. So this and this gets cancels out. Okay. So we end up getting, so cos log x into cos log y minus 1 by 2 times of, so 2 times of cos log x into cos log y. Cos log y. Now you will be thinking, what happens to this minus? So this minus cos olagirodinda adu baradilla aache. Okay. So now we can cancel some of this. This 2 and this 2 gets cancels out makle. So if you observe this, cos log x into cos log y minus cos log x into cos log y. So both gets cancels out and we get 0. So 0 is the answer. Okay, so quick agi calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದ್ಸರಿ you will get to know. Okay na, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ lengthy ಇದೆ, but you have to solve this makle. Okay, next. Yeah, so they're asking what is f of x, so composite functions. So simple question ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಈಗ f of x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು. Okay, now f of x ಒಳಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. That means a minus x to the power n all by n. Okay, now understand this. If I say f of power n, it is a minus power to the power n whole to the power n ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, now f of this ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is a minus this a minus x to the power n all to the power n all to the power a minus x to the power, ಇದು n ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is n all to the power n ಆಯ್ತು, all to the power 1 by n ಆಯ್ತು. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. Now in this case we can cancel this and this, so we end up getting a minus of a minus x all to the power n all to the power 1 by n ಆಯ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, so this can be taken as a minus a plus x all to the power n all to the power 1 by n. So minus a, this one cancel, x to the power n of all by n. So this is only x. So what is the answer here? It is just x is the right answer. Okay na, simple question. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Next, this question ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? So f of x ಈ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. So what is f of x into f of 1 by x? The answer is this one. I think this is repeated. Okay, next. Okay, so this is once again based on that only, Mathe. Okay, good that we got one more question on this. So f of x into f of 1 by x is equal to f of x plus f of 1 by x ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. They have given what is f of 2 is 65 ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What is f of minus 3 ಅಂತ. So now first you have to find out f of x. ಈ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ you know that f of x will be 1 plus or minus x to the power n. We'll go with plus only. Okay, so f of x is equal to 1 plus x to the power n ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. So if I go with that format, so they have given f of 2. f of 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is 1 plus 2 to the power n, correct? 2 to the power n, that's it. Yeah. Okay, now this value is given, it is 65 makle. Okay, so now 2 to the power n is equal to 64. Next 2 to the power n andre it is 2 to the power 6. So n value ಬಂತು, n value is 6. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? n value we have got, that is 6. Now our actual f of x we have got, that is 1 plus x to the power 6. So this is what our actual f of x. ಇವಾಗ ಏನೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? So we'll calculate. Now this is f of minus 3 they're asking. So this is 1 plus minus 3 to the power 6. Minus 3 to the power 6 andre ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ? Minus 3 to the power 6 andre it is 729 plus, right? So 1 plus 729, the answer is 730 makla. So the answer is 730. So 730, option C is the right answer. Okay, I repeat, idana ee format gottidre idella calculations easy. So remember the formula, directly you can solve at any kind of sum makla. Next, yeah, so composite functions, I hope idella clear aaytu. So good that we got few questions here and there. So ನಿಮಗೂ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರಿ ಆಯಿತಾ. ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಗೋನ್ ಡೂ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ I'll write f of g of x is equal to, can I write this as x square whole to the power 2, x square whole square barkoltini. Okay, I'm doing the completing the square method here makla. Okay, x square whole square plus 2ab we should get 2x square. So a is already defined, it is x square, so it has to be 1. So plus 1 square. To cancel this I'll take minus 1 square plus 4. So you have already learned completing the square method in your grade 12 class. So this much can be taken as, okay, so f of g of x is equal to, this can be taken as x square plus 1 the whole square. I hope it artha aaytu. X square plus 1 the whole square plus 3, correct? X square plus 1 the whole square plus 3. Okay, now if you observe this carefully makle, okay, this is what your g of x thane. G of x nodi, this is your g of x. So f of g of x ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, this is your g of x the whole square ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ plus 3. g of x the whole square plus 3 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ like after solving, this is what we have got. That means can I go with f of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಈಗ f of x ಏನಾದ್ರು x square plus 3 ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, so when you substitute f of g of x, in place of x you will substitute g of x the whole square plus 3, correct? Now we have got this. That means what is f of x? F of x is equal to x square plus 3 makle, correct? F of x is equal to x square plus 3. So can we go with option B? Okay, x square plus 3. So option B is the right answer makle. Very good question, the very nice question this is. Okay, we have to do completing the square method, and once we get the completing the square method, x square plus 1, we get it as g of x, and by referring back to the g of x, we can easily say that f of x is x square plus 3. Okay, so ide tara I have got one more question for you, so let's solve that. Okay, so g of x is 1 plus root x makle. Okay, g of x is 1 plus root x, and f of g of x is this one. F of g of x is this. So let's do completing the square method. Now you'll be thinking, sir, ali square adre ittu hengo madidvi, but how to do this? This is also simple, there's nothing to worry. So I'll take f of g of x is equal to, I'll take this x as root x the whole square, plus 2 ab. Now illi root x inda I'll take root x itself, 2 root x aitu, illi 1, so plus 1 square. To cancel this, minus 1 square plus 3. Okay, so I hope you understood this. So this is nothing but, so f of g of x is equal to, this is root x plus 1 the whole square alva. This is plus 2. Okay, so we have got this one. So now look at g of x. G of x is 1 plus root x. So already we have got. So what we can do here, makla, so if you see this properly, so we get to know that f of x is equal to x square plus 2 alva. So because in place of this one, we have squared it. So f of x we have got, so that is x square plus 2. So option B, x square plus 2 is the right answer, or else 2 plus x square is the right answer. Artha aita? So you need to know the concept. Aste ene question kotru madbodu, like if you get an idea about this. Okay, now you'll be thinking, sir, do we remember this in the examination? Yes, you will remember, makla. If you note down this one, and like on a daily basis, if you remember all of this, trust me, you will not forget, and examination will kuda martira. Okay, so the key is you have to solve more number of questions and make notes aste. Okay, this is not your board exam where you repeatedly do the same kind of sums and you will score well. CET is a completely different ball game. So some ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ discipline ಬೇಕು and ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, yeah, so this is f of x is equal to 1 minus x by 1 plus x. Then what is f of cos x? Okay, ಮಾಡೋಣ simple. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ f of cos x ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ cos x ಹಾಕಿ. ಸೊ 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ 1 minus cos x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ 2 sin square x by 2 ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, and this is 2 cos square x by 2. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. and both of them can be taken as tan square x by 2, correct? Tan square x by 2, that is f of cos x. ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ now look at this, f of cos x is what? For us it is f of ಅದು tan square x by 2 ಬಂದು tan square x by 2, clear? Okay, so now f of x is this, f of tan square x by 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so we can easily take this as 1 minus tan square x by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square x by 2. This is also one of the formula makla, if you remember. So cos 2 theta in terms of cos anta helidre, so cos 2 theta in terms of tan andre 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. This is cos 2 theta in terms of tan. Now we need x by 2 irodrinda, so cos 2 theta becomes cos theta aste. So f of cos theta becomes, it's only cos theta. Oh, cos theta only the answer alla. So cos theta alla cos x. So answer is cos x makla. Okay, so option C, cos x is the right answer. I hope idu artha agide anta ankonide, just a formula control. Next, okay, next question. So next question is f of x is equal to x minus 3 by x plus 1. So they're asking f of x. Okay, so there are 3 f of x makla. So for this the answer is x aita. Just substitute and see, what you get it. X is the answer. So calculate madabodu. You know how to calculate. Just calculate that one. Okay, next, f of x is equal to x minus 1 divided by x plus 1. Okay, the shortcut is this only shortcut. Okay, so if you remember this, so long back helidde nanu. So f of x is equal to ax plus b divided by cx minus a. Look at this, illi coefficient, if you observe the coefficient, illi 1 ide and illi kuda 1 ide. That means f of x is equal to f inverse of f of x is equal to x, f inverse of x is equal to f of x, ಮತ್ತೆ f of 1 by x, ಅಯ್ಯೋ f ಅಂದಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, f of 1 by x, okay, is equal to 1 by x. The answer is 1 by x. So let's see whether we get 1 by x or not. Okay, I'll show you. Now we got 1 by f of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, so this is 1 by x minus 1 divided by x plus 1. So this becomes ulta alva, so x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. So this is 1 by f of x. F of x is equal to what? X plus 1 divided by x minus 1. Idu artha aita? So now we'll substitute this in the inside. Okay, so f of this one, x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. ಈಗ f of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ x minus 1 divided by x plus 1. f of power ಅಂದ್ರೆ power minus 1 divided by power plus 1. f of this ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 minus 1 whole divided by x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 plus 1. Yeah, plus 1. Okay, so now if you solve, we should get 1 by x. So let's see what do we get. So ಇದನ್ನ solve ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ x plus 1 minus 1 of x minus 1 whole divided by x minus 1, and here it is x plus 1 plus 1 of x minus 1 whole divided by x minus 1. X minus 1 cancel. X plus 1 minus x plus 1 whole divided by x plus 1 plus x minus 1 alva. So if you see this, we can cancel some of this. Illi plus x minus x cancel, illi 1 minus 1 cancel. So 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 by 2x sikto, so that is nothing but 1 by x, correct? So this strategy is working. Okay, so when the function is in the form of, illi nodi, it is actually ax plus b divided by cx minus a, ax plus b divided by cx minus, almost closer to the plus or minus variation ide. So we get f of 1 by x is equal to 1 by x can be taken. So the answer is 1 by x. So remember this strategy, aram se gottagutte, or else you can solve within 1 minute, no problem, but remember that. Okay, so idannu ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ already ತುಂಬಾ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಿಸ್, or else ಭಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೌ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಡು, ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಲಾಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ 3 to the power 1 plus log x ಇದಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ I'll take it as 3 into 3 plus 3 into log x ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, now when the bases are same, we will add up the powers. So now when the bases are same, this becomes 3 to the power 3 plus log x. Illu kuda age tagolತೀನಿ. Okay, so it is okay, illi we can't do anything, so I'll write x log 3. And if you see this makle, this is actually nothing but 1 condo, it's actually reciprocal of each other. This answer is 1. Okay, so f of x, this is f of x. F of x is nothing but 3 makle. Okay, ivaga f of 2005, f of 5000 ಏನೇ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ 3 ನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 3 is the answer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, this is one of the log properties. So 3 to the power log x divided by x to the power log 3 both are same, so the answer is 1 for that, so only 3 is left out. So f of 2005 is 3 only. Okay, next. F of x is equal to 1 by x. Okay, so let's solve this. Fine. So f of x is 1 by x. So f of 1 by x ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Replace x by 1 minus 1 by 1 by x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Correct? So this is nothing but 1 minus x. So f of 1 by x. Correct? Okay. So now what happens here? So f of 1 by x agdale 1 minus x ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ. So this becomes 1 minus 1 by 1 minus x. Correct? So now take LCM. So 1 minus x minus 1 divided by 1 minus x. So this one cancel. So minus x divided by 1 minus x makle. Minus x divided by 1 minus x option illa. We will just do some adjustment here. Right? This minus if you multiply to the denominator, x divided by x minus 1 agata, and that is there actually. X divided by x minus 1. Option C is the right answer. Simple question this is. Next. Yeah. Okay, so we have to solve this because there is no shortcut for this. Okay, f of x is equal to log of this one, and f of 2x divided by 1 plus x square they're asking. Okay, we'll do it. F of x is this one. Now f of 2x divided by 1 plus x square is equal to log of 1 plus x that is 2x divided by 1 plus x square divided by 1 minus 2x divided by 1 plus x square. Okay, so don't get confused with this. This is simple. Okay, so log of LCM tagoli, so 1 plus x square plus 2x whole divided by 1 plus x square whole divided by 1 plus x square minus 2x divided by 1 plus x square. Okay, this and all you have to calculate quickly. So in this case, 1 plus x square gets cancels out. We end up getting so log of x square plus 1 plus 2x divided by x square plus 1 minus 2x. If you see this is actually a plus b the whole square formula. Okay, a square plus b square plus 2ab, a square plus b square minus 2ab. So this can be taken as so log of x plus 1 the whole square divided by x minus 1 the whole square. So whole thing can be taken as log of x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 the whole square. So this is log a to the power b is actually 2 log a, right? So 2 log b, sorry, a log b log a, sorry. Okay, so b log a. So this becomes 2 log of x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. So if you see 2 log of x plus 1 by x minus 1 can be taken as either, that is f of x, right? So that is nothing but 2 of f of x. So option 2 of f of x, option C is the right answer. Okay, so that's it. Next. So idu kuda same. So just check it out. Right? So you get 3x, I guess. Check it out, makle. So this is your question. So just write out. I think the answer is 3 into f of x is the answer, I guess. Same format. Learn mardi, same concept barate and calculate. Okay, I think the answer is 3 into f of x. Gotadre comment ಮಾಡಿ. Okay na? Next, yeah. So piecewise functions x ಮತ್ತು 1 minus x ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What is f of x ಅಂತ? Okay, it's in between 0 and 1. Okay, let's calculate. So if we consider f of x is x, f of x is equal to x. So f of ಈ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ x ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ f of x is equal to x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ. So yeah, so x ಬಂತು. Okay, now if you consider this as f of x as x, now 1 minus x ಮಾಡೋಣ. Okay, f of 1 minus x is equal to 1 minus x. So that is 1 minus 1 plus 1. So the answer is x only. So ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ x ಬರ್ತದೆ. So option C is the right answer. Okay na? Next. Okay, this is once again composite function. So let's solve this. Okay, so f of x is equal to ax plus b and g of x is equal to cx plus d. So f of g of x is equal to f of g of f of x. Simple concept, makle. Okay, so f of g of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is cx plus d is equal to g of f of x, that is ax plus b. Okay, now f of x ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ax plus b. So f of this ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is a of cx plus d plus b is equal to g of x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು cx plus d. So c of ax plus b plus d ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So we just replaced x by this one. Okay, so now let's multiply. So acx plus ad plus b is equal to acx plus CB plus D, correct? So we can calculate, we can cancel this and this. So we get AD plus B is equal to CB plus D. Okay. Ivaga nodi, f of x is equal to AX plus B, correct? Illi f of x is equal to AD plus B. That means this is f of D alva. F of D. Now f of x jagadal D replace ಮಾಡಿ, you get AD plus B. AD plus B. Okay. Now and CB plus D ಇದೆ. CB plus D ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is G of B ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. G of B is equal to CB plus D ಇದೆ. So this is equal to f of B. So f of D is equal to f of G of, sorry, this is G of B. G of B. So option C is the right answer. Okay, now simple. You can calculate this. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. ನಾನು ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಕಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, f of x is equal to ax plus b divided by cx plus d, ಆಯ್ತಾ? And they have given f of x is equal to x makle. Okay, so once again I have given the conditions here, and I'll just put this notes in the Telegram channel. Okay, just check it out. f of x is equal to x. So that means EA and ED should be same makle. Okay, A is equal to D is the right answer. Okay, A is equal to D. So that is D is equal to A. Option B is the right answer. That is shortcut and NPT. Okay, here I've just given the shortcut. So when you refer the notes, you just mark it makle. Okay. Okay. Next, f of x is equal to x to the power n. So and g of f of x is equal to n into g of x. Then what is g of x? Okay. So let's do that. So f of x is x to the power n, right? So g of f of x, and it is x to the power n is equal to n into g of x, correct? N into g of x. N into g of x. Okay, so if g of x is log x, if g of x is log x, then g of x to the power n ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It is log x to the power n, and this becomes n log x, correct ಅಲ್ಲ? So n into g of x ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Yes, option D ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Option D is the right answer. Just take the option and put it back, and you will get the answer. Okay, and this one. Okay, so we'll calculate. So ಈ ಸೈನ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಲೆ ಹಾಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ನ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು I'll take f of x is equal to ಈ sin x to the power 4 ನ ಆಗಿಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಈ cos square x ನ I'll write it as 1 minus sin square x ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. 1 minus sin square x, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ the sin square x, I'll write it as 1 minus cos square x plus cos x to the power 4. Okay, I'll rewrite this. F of x is equal to 1 minus sin square x plus sin to the power 4. Okay, illi 1 minus cos square x plus cos x to the power 4. So now if I take sin square x common in the numerator, 1 minus sin square x, if I take common, what do we get it? 1 minus cos, sorry, 1 minus sin square x ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ? 1 minus sin square x. Okay, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. And here in the denominator I'll take cos square common. 1 minus cos square x common, so you get 1 minus cos square x ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, you know 1 minus sin square x and 1 minus cos square x. This is nothing but 1 minus sin square x, and 1 minus sin square x is nothing but cos square x. So this becomes cos square x. Cos square, this is our f of x. F of x. And this becomes here 1 minus cos square x, and 1 minus cos square x is nothing but sin square x. So 1 minus cos square x into sin square x. Both are same thane. The answer is what? F of x is equal to 1 makle. Okay, since f of x is 1, now they're asking what is f of 2013. 2013 will be 1, and if they ask what is f of 2026, this will also be 1 as time. Okay, so in most of these kind of questions makle, okay, when they ask big numbers, it will be either with 1 or 0, dealing with 1 or 0. Okay, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ calculation ಮಾಡಿ what is f of x if you solve further ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ. So and then you can calculate that. Okay na? Okay, so next question is f and g both have given. F of x is 3x plus 2 and g of x is this. So what is the f of g of f of x makle? Okay, so g of f of x is also given. It is 4 and so we have to find the points. Okay, points of x. So let's calculate this. Okay, so this is g of f of x and it is actually 3x plus 2 is equal to 4 and the so g of x, if you see, so g of x is actually x square plus 3. So this becomes 3x plus 2 the whole square plus 3 is equal to 4 so let's solve this. This is a 9x square plus 4 plus 12x plus 3 is equal to 4. So 4 and 4 gets cancelled out. 9x square plus 12x plus 3 is equal to 0. So if you solve further, so we get 3x square plus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. So 3 1s are 3 alva. 3 1s are 3. So 1 into 3 nagata. Okay. So 3x square plus 3x plus 1x plus 1. So 3 common tagondre. So 3x common tagona. So 3x common tagondre x plus 1 plus 1 tagondre x plus 1. So x plus 1 is equal to 0 and 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to minus 1 by 3 is the answer. So what is the answer? X is equal to minus 1. Yeah, option B is the right answer. Okay, na? So simple concept is so and if there is so simple concept is and you just have to solve the quadratic equation. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So next one, f of x is equal to 3x square minus 5 and g of x is equal to that. So what is then g of f? Okay, simple. So g of f alva. So g of f andre no f andre it is 3x square minus 5. Okay, so g of f there is 3x square minus 5 whole divided by 3x square minus 5 the whole square plus 1. Then solve what you get, that is only the answer. So let's solve this. So 3x square minus 5 whole divided by, this becomes 9x to the power 4 plus 25 minus 30. 30x square plus 1. So 25, 26. 3x square minus 5, 9x to the power 4 minus 6x square. Option minus 30x square plus 26. Yeah, option A is the right answer. That's all. Okay, na? Simple. Next, last one in this. Okay, so f of x is 2x minus 1 and g of x is x plus 2. So then what is g of f of 1? F of 3 by 2. So f of 3 by 2 first. F of 3 by 2 is what? So 2 of 3 by 2 minus 1 divided by 2. Hello, makle. So 2 cancel. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2 by 2 is equal to 1. So now g of f of 3 by 2 becomes g of 1, makle. So g of 1 is what? So 1 plus 2, that is nothing but 3 alva. So 3 correct alva. 3 by 2 minus 1. So the answer is 1. So yeah, so none of this is the right answer, makle, because we don't have that number, right? So 3 is the right answer. Okay, so 3 minus 1 is 2. So yeah, and after this is the right answer. Okay, so inverse of a function. So inverse of a function, so I'll teach you in the next video, makle. Okay, so I hope this is useful control. So use agidare, so just follow all my videos in your preparation, and just let me know in the comment section. So I'll be waiting for your replace control. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you in the next video, makle. So thank you so much.